Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. MC-Mura here, and in today's video I wanted to talk about why many players don't enjoy the ranking experience in Street Fighter V, and I'm gonna say I also don't like it as well. And first let me show you my accounts. These are my two accounts that I played the game on. The first one on the left is the PlayStation account, and the one on the right is the PC account. Of course, the PlayStation one is the one that I used for the majority of the game's life cycle. So even if the win rate is kind of a little bit skewed, like at 66%, that is because I played, like I was leveling up while I was playing the PS4 version, right? While the PC is more, there was a good smurfing period over there. But regardless, what you can notice on both of them is that I have played a few amount of ranked games, less than 2000 on the PC, on the PS4 one, and I got to Grandmaster on that one, and on the PC, about less than 700 games, and I am at 31k. So I do think I can easily get the Grandmaster here on the PC as well, if I grind it out in rank, but that is what I'm talking about here. I hate playing rank. And allow me to tell you why. I'm gonna speak at least from my own personal experience before, trying to figure out why you guys may not like it as well. From my experience, the main issues with rank is the queue times. Depending on your region and your rank, the queue times can get really obnoxious. Of course, Street Fighter V is a game that searches based on league as well as based on region, of course. So your league and your region decides what kind of matches you're getting. And the issue with this is, for me, I am someone who play in a semi-remote region. It's not a complete desert where I don't have any players, but at the same time, it isn't like I'm not living in New York or like California or like the UK, where there's so many players left and right, and you're constantly getting matches in minutes. It gets really dry for me, right? I can wait, if I'm not on peak hours, I can honestly wait about 10 minutes for a ranked match, and that is not uncommon. It happens a lot. So for someone like me to play rank, I have to hop on and play during the peak hours, maybe from like 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. And that is just obnoxious, right? Like, because you have other life responsibilities as well. I'm not always available to either jump on and play during the peak times, and if I don't, I'm just wasting a ton of time. And that is another really big issue. Who actually have the patience to wait 10 minutes per match? And due to the nature of the game itself, it can actually really messes with you. Like, for example, as you can see here, I'm playing someone like Poison. She's a zoning character and she's a really good character, but of course this is Street Fighter V. There is a lot of robbery in the game. So let's say you're fighting against a Balrog, you got robbed and you lost the match, right? You are gonna sit on that salt for 10 minutes before you get the follow-up game. And generally in fighting games, once you lose, you just want to run it back, right? You just want to get back in there and have a new match. And I guess this have mostly to do with my region, but I don't love the idea of sitting on a loss for 10 minutes. I'm just drowning in salt. At this point, you are drowning in salt, and you will be so salty coming into the next match. You will already be on tilt, and that can just mess up with you. So that factor is actually really obnoxious. The wait times hurt so much, it destroys the experience, to be honest. The second is, of course, the point system, and the point system in Street Fighter V is magical. Like, Street Fighter or Capcom find a way to do a system that no one can like. No one can ever enjoy this system. It is so punishing on every level of gameplay. When you are on the lower ranks, like let's say you are silver, and you just made it to gold, it is so scary to play a new match knowing that one loss could send you back to silver, right? And I know it may not sound like much, but for many guys that is devastating. And that one loss to silver may put you on tilt and will contribute to a losing streak that is just, it can send you so far back just because of one loss. And it's not uncommon for that to happen. And for someone like me who made it to Master or GM, it is completely obnoxious how this works. Because, for example, let's say I am fighting against a Diamond rank player. If I lose one match, I will have to win 4 matches to just break even. So, for example, if I'm on either of these accounts and I'm fighting a Diamond, I would have to beat him 4 times to get even with him beating me once. I can win the set and still end up with a net loss. That is extremely obnoxious, especially when you factor in the long wait time. The long wait time is like a point multiplier, pretty much. It takes every bad aspect and multiplies it and makes it even a lot worse. So for someone like me, for example, who have to wait a lot to find a match, the last thing I want to do is fight against a Diamond, because you might lose, right? I mean, Street Fighter it's fighting games. Anyone can beat anyone, and you might lose to anyone. You're never gonna be 100%. You're not gonna have a 100% win rate, and that one loss will cost me 4 games that I'll have to win, which could translate to 40 minutes of waiting. It's just extremely backwards, extremely discouraging, and honestly, it makes everyone anxious. If you are on the lower ranks and you're going up against that, it makes you extremely anxious. And even if you are on the higher rank, it will actually induce anxiety, right? It's absolutely incredible. The final thing, and this is a bit problematic as well, is the player distribution. So, for example, for me, once you make it past Diamond, if you made it to Diamond, you're not fighting anyone. You're not gonna fight any new players anymore, right? Like once you got to Master or Grandmaster or Diamond, you're not fighting anyone new. Like for me, I am fighting the same people I've been playing against, and you're just grinding points. It's basically how much can you win. For me, for example, as you can see on the account on the right, I made 31k, right? And because I got to 31k, I know if I just played and maintain the same ratio, I can get into like Grandmaster, Ultimate Grandmaster, whatever. It's just about the grind at that point. And with the conditions I mentioned earlier, who really wants that, right? And at least that is my experience with ranked and why I don't enjoy playing it. Again, of course, you have to factor in that I am someone who works a full-time job, and because you're working a full-time job, if I'm working a 9 to 5, I don't have the energy every day to just jump into rank and have to endure this bullcrap. Or even if I finish my work at 5, by the time I'm home, it's gonna be 6. You're gonna rest for a little bit, and you're gonna wake up at like 10 or whatever. And by that time, prime time would be gone, and I will find no matches, or will have to wait for the 10 minutes per match thing. It's just a miserable experience overall. Let me know if you actually enjoy the ranking experience or if you don't, and I would love to hear why you would like it or dislike it either way. If you have enjoyed this video, please leave a like or a comment. It helps the channel so much. I will be leaving the link to the Patreon page and the Discord server in the description. Thank you very much for watching and stay safe.